Did you hear your father? Out of the water now!
This shark, swallow you whole.
This great scene begins with our characters taking a breather of sorts, comparing scars, laughing, and drinking. Suddenly, a pensive Quint reveals an event from World War II, mostly the seeds of his biblical vengeance towards sharks. He tells a harrowing tale of terror and survival as Brody and Hooper are chilled into silence. Replete with downbeat authenticity, Shaw is mesmerizing, trying to exorcise his demons to quiet the souls of his fallen soldiers. Deftly directed, it's scarier than any special effect and is the film's greatest moment.
What's that one? What? That one there, on your arm.
Oh, well, it's a tattoo. I got that removed.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Mother.
What is it? To Hooper, that's the USS Indianapolis.
You were on the Indianapolis?
What happened? Japanese submarine slammed 2 torpedoes into our side, Chief. He was coming back from the island of Tinian to Lady. Just delivered the bomb, the Hiroshima bomb. 1,100 men went into the water. Vessel went down in 12 minutes. Didn't see the first shark for about half an hour. Tiger, 13-footer. You know that when you're in the water, Chief? You tell by looking from the dorsal to the tail. What we didn't know was our bomb mission had been so secret, no distress signal had been sent. They didn't even list us overdue for a week. Very first light, Chief. Sharks come cruising. So we formed ourselves into tight groups. It's kind of like old squares in a battle, like you see in a calendar, like the Battle of Waterloo. And the idea was, shark comes to the nearest man, that man he starts pounding and hollering and screaming. Sometimes the shark would go away. Sometimes he wouldn't go away. Sometimes that shark, he looks right into you, right into your eyes. You know the thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes. When he comes at you, he doesn't seem to be living until he bites you. And those black eyes roll over white, and then you hear that terrible high-pitched screaming. The ocean turns red, and in spite of all the pounding and the hollering, they all come in and they rip you to pieces. By the end of that first dawn, lost 100 men. I don't know how many sharks, maybe 1,000. I don't know how many men, they average 6 an hour. Thursday morning, Chief, I bumped into a friend of mine, Herbie Robinson from Cleveland. Baseball player, bosun's mate. I thought he was asleep. Reached over to wake him up. Bobbed up and down in the water. It was like a kind of top. Upended. Well, he'd been bitten in half below the waist. Noon the 5th day, Mr. Hooper, Lockheed Ventura. So she swung in low and he saw us. He was a young pilot, a lot younger than Mr. Hooper anyway. He saw us and he come in low, and 3 hours later, a big fat PBY comes down and started to pick us up. That was the time I was most frightened, waiting for my turn. I'll never put on a life jacket again. So 1,100 men went in the war. 316 men come out. The sharks took the rest, June the 29th, 1945.
This great scene showcases how music can bring people together, of all stations in life. Despite everything that has happened to the band, the magic of Tiny Dancer reminds them their love of music is what brought them together and made them who they are. All of the characters know by this point all good things must end. As a viewer, we love these characters and hope they stay together. Music meets humanity. Wonderful film.
Hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!
Blue jean baby, LA lady, seamstress for the band, ballerina, you must have seen her dancing in the sand. Now she's in me, always with me, tiny dancer in my hand. Jesus freaks out in the street, handing tickets out for gold. Turning back, she just laughs. The boulevard is not that bad. Piano man, he makes a stand in the auditorium, looking on. She sings her songs, the words she knows, the tune she hums. Oh, because a tiny dancer.
I have to go home.
Count the headlights on the highway.
You are home.
Lay me down in the sheets of linen. You had a busy day today. Hold me closer, time.
This great scene was a turning point in the series, a major character taken down, temporarily. We finally arrive after many flirtations to have Leia express her love to Han. "I love you," and his reply, and ad-lib by the actor, "I know," is exactly what we expected from the good Captain Solo. A wonderful character-building moment as Chewie is helpless, crying. Leia appears to be the strong one, and Han afraid. For the first time our friends were in danger and we didn't know what to expect. Beautifully acted, precisely written, scored, edited, and directed. Best sequel ever.
What's going on, buddy? You're being put into carbon freeze.
What if he doesn't survive? He's worth a lot to me.
The Empire will compensate you if he dies. Put him in.
No, stop! What are you doing? Stop! Get us out! Kill me! Yes, stop, please! I'm not ready to die!
Hey! Listen to me! Chewie! Chewie, this won't help me! Hey!
Save your strength. There'll be another time. The princess. You have to take care of her.
You hear me? Huh?
I love you.
I know.
What's going on? Turn round! Chewbacca, I can't see.
This great scene has a man in drag, one of the oldest comedy gimmicks ever, but Dustin Hoffman, the finest actor that has ever lived, pulls it off beautifully. He brings the character of Dorothy to life by not being a cliche or stereotype, but a fully formed character who in a few short lines describes the struggles of women thanks to sexist pigs like Dabney Coleman, without being screechy, strident, or full of self-pity. She is warm, funny, and strong. A terrific comedy that never stoops to sitcom gags and remains one of the best comedies ever.
Read of this line that you have every right to happiness. I hate it.
Hi, Ron, this is Dorothy Michaels, our director, Ron Carlisle.
Hi,
And
how are
that's our
you?
producer, Rita Marshall. Dorothy didn't bring a resume, but George Fields is her agent.
Mm-hmm. That's very impressive. Gosh, I'm afraid you're not right for this role, though, honey. I'm sorry. Thanks for coming by.
Page 205. Do you want camera 1 or 2 on that?
Camera 2, and tell Art about that.
Why am I not right, Mr. Carlisle?
Well, I'm just trying to make a certain statement here, and I'm looking for a very specific physical type.
Mr. Carlisle, I'm an actress. I'm a character actress. I can play this part any way you want.
Honey, I'm sure that
Why
you're a
don't you
very,
give me an
very
idea
good
what you're
actress. It's
looking
just
for?
that you're a little bit too soft
What?
and genteel. You're not threatening enough.
Not threatening enough? How's this? You take your hands off me, or I'm gonna knead your balls right through the roof of your mouth. Is that enough of a threat?
Start?
Yes, I think I know what y'all really want. You want some gross caricature of a woman to prove some idiotic point, like power makes women masculine, or masculine women are ugly. Well, shame on the woman that lets you do that, on any woman that lets you do that. And that means you, dear. Miss Marshall, shame on you, you macho shithead.
Jesus.
What is idiotic about power making a woman masculine? Not that that was my point.
This great scene, one of many in this Carpenter masterpiece, leads into arguably the best use of practical effects in any horror film ever. It's inventive, sickening, gloriously unhinged, convincing, scary as hell, masterful. The characters have no clue what is happening at this point and react accordingly. Chaos, torching the alien bastard, an incredible ensemble cast, brooding score. Unjustly maligned at its release, but its stock has risen enormously since. One of the finest remakes ever.
Clear! Clear.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
What do you got in mind, McCready?
A little test. Windows. You and Palmer tie everybody down real tight.
What for?
For your health.
Come on, let's rush him. He's not gonna blow us all up.